I have yelled at every single robot to take me to a human being.
That was fun.
That was super
People
fun.
losing their jobs after working for 10 years. It's fun. It's cool.
We talked about AI.
Let's
We're
watch
using
the
it as
video.
binocular.
That was
Elon
pretty
Musk and Lucky?
Yeah. And we're not even here. They just them sitting and them
I'll
talking.
be in the back with Garth. Hello and welcome to the Keep It Simple podcast where we make tech make sense. Today,
What are we talking about?
today's going to be a little weird because we've briefly mentioned it in the past. We've briefly talked about what we're going to be talking about.
AI? We've briefly talked about AI before.
Yes. Funnily enough,
Yes.
AI is a part of tech.
Wow. Okay.
However, this specific segment of AI is going to be not so simple,
Mm.
but I promise you we'll keep it simple.
We're going to keep it simple. That's the point.
Yes, sir. So today we're going to be looking into how AI is secretly influencing your actions and your life in general.
I'm confused already.
And we're also going to be talking about the new really cool subject of AI agents, which are basically the AI that's going to be replacing like high-end jobs. Like researcher, maybe not replacing researchers yet. Like computer programmers, you know how they've been like making $500K a year in the 2020s and now they're barely like finding jobs?
GG. McDonald's.
GG, no one's going to be finding a job. There's going to be like 4 people with programming jobs in the whole country eventually.
They'll be getting paid crazy though.
Yeah,
Probably
but
the only ones left.
it'd be just like our economy now, where only like 1% owns all the money. But yeah, it was really cool. Last episode, what happened last episode, Ralph? What did we talk about?
AI?
I think so. I think
Different types of AI, or what the future holds for AI, like the AGIs and the ASIs, the sexy intelligence. And
artificial sexy intelligence.
Yeah, artificial sexy intelligence. And stuff around that range.
Yeah, we learned about some theories of AI. We learned about the possibles of the human race being eradicated. Watch
Fun
episode
stuff.
to find out.
Fun stuff.
And then we held hands in
Yep.
celebration of what AI has taken us to and the great stuff that it's accomplished so far. And it's only been a couple of years.
Exactly.
But yeah, this episode is going to reveal some hidden truths about the AIs.
Ooh, okay. Stay tuned to find out.
Yes. Sir? Ma'am? Madame?
Whatever you suggest my gender is.
Yeah.
I go as muffler.
Muffler, you do seem to be resonating with the
Oh,
crowd.
I'm in res, yeah.
So first things first.
Mm-hmm.
You know why you're addicted to TikTok and you're addicted to TikTok and I'm addicted to Instagram Shorts because I don't have TikTok?
I'm addicted to YouTube Shorts.
YouTube
I'll say
Shorts.
honestly, yeah.
My apologies.
Okay. Same vibes. Same.
It's the exact same thing, a different algorithm, same AI type.
Okay.
So the reasons behind our addictions are artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's kind of like saying, like, if you're getting a scapegoat, like, oh, AI is ruining my life. It's really not. It's a personal duty to not be addicted to things.
Yeah.
But the only way they're actually able to accomplish these really cool algorithms that know what to give you to keep you going back, keep you addicted to this social media app, and to keep you on there as long as possible, is because they're using AI to see what kind of posts you spend the most time watching. So they take your view time, you take your likes, your interactions. Eventually, they'll start like sharing Apple's data of how your face looks. So then they'll learn your expressions while you're watching these great reels.
And then
And then
it also matters how long you watch a video, right? Not just
Yes,
like
sir.
scrolling through it. So one you watch for like 5 seconds, like, we got him on this one.
exactly. Oh, he spent exactly 4 milliseconds on this one slide, and he paused.
Yeah.
I know for a fact he's interested in whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Or he hit share. That means we have to spam him with this product.
Okay.
And yeah, that's like TikTok, Instagram algorithms, YouTube Shorts is doing it too, because you know they have all got really advanced AIs now in their companies.
You're saying if they vary from the types of things they use for the suggestions and stuff like that of the AI they use, from all three of them, it varies a little bit.
100%, they have to be different. Because, well, I'm sure like Facebook and Meta use the same because it's the same company.
Oh, yeah.
But like the different companies definitely use their own like artificial intelligence bots.
Yeah.
Like that's why TikTok was the first one to have reels, and it's like that was the most addictive thing. I guess Vine So
yeah, that's where it started. The short attention span, quick dose of
7 seconds
dopamine.
max. Yeah.
Wow. Next. Wow. And just
Yeah.
keep going.
So those kinds of things, they're all like the algorithm is all based on some kind of
AI.
artificial intelligence, yeah, AI. And so the different companies, so like Twitter, it's gonna have some kind of XAI flavored AI running that. Um, Instagrams is gonna be from Meta,
Yeah.
and Google's got their own group of AI agents too. So everyone's got their own sauce to make the secret sandwich.
Uh-huh.
It's just whose are you most addicted to? I'd personally be most addicted to In-N-Out.
Oh, okay. If we're going there, Raising Cane sauce is very good, but I don't know if they have AI. So, is that out of the question?
That's a good question. Maybe.
Whose sauce is better, Instagram or Raising Cane's?
I think it's a good competition.
Yeah.
Comment below which
What's on it?
But yeah, and another thing that's using AI, we actually talked a little bit about this in the first episode, is Snapchat. We've been using deepfake technology, to change your face, scan your face, put a dog filter on you, the kissy face. They later added kind of embedding a face from a photo you have onto your own face.
Yeah.
It's like a really rough sketch of what the deepfakes are doing now.
Before it was popular, they were doing it for quite a while.
Yes, they were.
A basic version of it.
Mm-hmm. It was actually really cool, and the facial recognition was all based on an artificial intelligence that can learn your patterns. It's like, face.
Yeah, that's a face right there.
That's a face, right?
But if you're really ugly, it might not recognize you.
Maybe if you're really ugly, they recognize you better.
Oh,
Because oh my goodness,
I can't believe that's a face of a human. The AI started malfunctioning after a while.
Am I supposed to take the dog filter off of this one?
Is this a dog or a human already?
It's actually kind of cool because they do have dog filters too, and your pet filters.
It's wild.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah. Well, the iPhones already have that, or there's a separate section in my photos of pets. So it's pretty useful. And I was trying to find a picture of Pablo, my dog, and just a whole section of him where just him young and growing up.
That's
and it just
so
tells.
cute.
Our iPhone also has a thing where a little circle on eye, information, I believe it stands for, and of a picture, it'll tell you this is a Rottweiler. It would actually search up what kind of dog it is.
Oh.
And even plants. Possibly a lot of things. But
That's
you take a picture of a plant, it'll say this is a rose. Or whatever it may be.
How detailed.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
So it gives you a little assessment of what this photo is.
Yeah. I believe actually of some kind of flower. I took a picture of or whatever it is. What kind of flower is this? And it did actually say it's the blah 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 blah.
Oh, the Roman hibiscus flower grown in the nether regions of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Right here in LA. That one. I'm sure that's also using AI.
It definitely is, yeah. That's another type of machine learning where the machine learns what things look like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's using, I don't know what the protocol kind of thing was called, but it's accessing the web in order to tell you exactly what it is.
Okay. I'm surprised instead of it saying just a dog, it actually recognizes this is a Rottweiler.
Yeah, it looks for specifics of the dog.
Yeah, color, size, stuff like that.
That's a great example of
Thank you.
Of the general machine learning where they learned face dog.
Mm-hmm.
And now the deep learning brings you to Rottweiler baby guy named Pablo.
Yeah. Baby guy.
Or an exact flower.
Yeah. Originated in.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, some cool stuff. Great examples.
Thank you.
You know what's another fantastic example?
Let me hear it.
It's your Amazon recommendations.
Mm.
You know how
it gets me buying random stuff.
Random stuff.
I didn't think I needed more cups, but they look cool.
This cup had a fire on it, and this coaster has a BMW M badge, so I have to have it.
We know that the owner is
addicted.
Yeah, addicted to BMW, so it's gonna some more BMW socks, jackets.
Mm-hmm. And some really cool thing that it does is the AI is for your shopping. It's specifically Amazon, because Amazon has everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna see I bought a coffee table.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, you know what you need with that coffee table? You need cups. You need coaster.
Just similar things. Yeah, 100%.
It sees what other people have bought with it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna want that too.
Oh, also under the Amazon order where it says people, if you want to buy as a bundle, this table, and cups and things like you could buy all together.
That's pretty convenient and cool.
Yeah,
See, that
AI.
artificial right there. But that's some basic intelligence.
Yeah, like that's not too crazy from where we're going. Like that's been for a while.
That has been for yeah.
Yeah.
They've been tracking us for a long time. It's just that we're now noticing it.
Yeah,
The government is watching.
my Amazon orders.
No. But yeah, and then have you ever noticed that sometimes whenever you like we talk about stuff like cups, coasters.
We talk.
Are you serious? So you can mention something like, let's say you mention like toilet paper, or we just mentioned cups and coasters. When you go on Amazon, now it's going to start showing you cups and coasters.
Yeah. It happens every time, and everyone like gets surprised. I'm like, well, we already know it's gonna show that.
It's someone's sharing your data to somebody.
Yeah.
But apparently they claim it's actually not from listening to your conversations. It's just that the AI knows you
So well.
better than you think.
Yeah.
I have no idea how that works.
Yeah. I don't know how that makes sense.
Like, how much data do they have on people where they're like, oh, this person last week saw a YouTube video that was showing somebody on the toilet.
Yeah, and usually he remembers 1 week after. So
He's got a bad memory.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah. When me and Angela, my amazing wife, when we went to Las Vegas, we got there and then we're like talking about we should see the O show. Immediately first ad on our phones was the O show. Like that specific show. There's many shows,
There's like
specifically that show came as the ad to go see it.
And did you search it up before like you were going to Vegas?
No, but again, you could just suggest. I mean, you could predict that it probably knows that because it knows we're going to Vegas. That's the most popular show, and it just suggested it. So I don't think it was listening.
Could be. That's a good point. It's like maybe it used.
What most people are doing, they go to Vegas, they go through a show.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I know this guy. He's going to Vegas because I know his location.
Mm-hmm.
Get scammed.
Yeah. Well, tickets. You buy tickets on. I bought on Expedia. The information is just spread.
It is, yeah.
Spreads fast.
It's the most valuable thing these days, apparently. Mm-hmm. Your personal information. That's why we're sponsored by. Soon to come. We are actually sponsored, but they're local, so I don't. Unless you live in LA, though, it's not very relevant.
Yeah, we're in for sponsors.
Yeah. Hit us up if you're international only.
BMW?
$1 million company. Oh. We
will shoot a video in front of a BMW if they sponsor us.
Yeah. We're definitely not already going to do that because we have a lot of BMWs nearby.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, this guy, he's in Vegas. I know his location.
Mm-hmm.
I know I know he's married. You know what married couples love to do in Vegas other than gamble because that's what lonely people do in Vegas?
Other stuff
like restaurants and shows. And it's like, this guy's pretty intellectually cool.
Yeah.
I think you'll like this one because he's into watching YouTube videos that are about acrobatics. I don't know.
That's going glue. I don't know if it goes that deep.
I'm sure there's like a lot of factors that play into it, and I feel like it'd be really funny if it was like calculating every small bit. And it's like, you see that conspiracy theory like picture where it's like that guy from Parks and Recreations, I think it is. And he's got a board and he like looks crazy and he's like. I feel like that's AI every time like you do any small move. It's like, oh, I know what he's gonna do next.
Yeah, trying to predict every single thing. Maybe even I think Angela Googled it before, but and it probably knows that and it sees our location that we're already there. So it just brought up it. Because even like right before when I bought tickets, I wasn't getting that ad until we got there and then I got the ad. But it's also ads when you pay for it, it's location specific.
Oh, yeah, like for the company.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. That'd be funny if it was like giving you that ad for the O show like while you were in like Paris or something.
I get some Germany hotel ads from here. Yeah.
That was actually kind of cool because that's what was happening when I went to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, welcome to Italy. I'm like, he knows. And so I started getting random stuff that were ads like on the sides, like when you were like visit a website, instead of being like lose fat today, it was like
welcome to Florence.
Yeah, something like that. It's like welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Go to church. That's all we got. But yeah, so that's AI in your shopping experience.
Mm.
One thing I love a lot is that AI is also playing matchmaker. So AI is like the Cupid of today.
Interesting. That I didn't know. Are you saying on dating sites or in general?
Exactly on dating sites. I mean, kind of on Instagram too, but mainly on things like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge.
Yeah.
What was that one that Garo uses?
Grinder.
Ah, there you go. I'm so sorry, Garo. I know you're never gonna watch this anyway, so it's even better.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the
Dating websites.
right. Sorry. Just thinking about how
Goro.
hilarious that
You're just thinking about Goro.
is. Maybe I need to hop on.
Yeah.
Okay. So what it does is that it notices who you swipe on, like right and left and stuff,
Mm.
and it tries to find more people like that.
Okay.
And so it's like
It's like the same thing. Same thing that from Amazon.
exactly. Yeah. It's like this guy's interesting.
Keeps looking at BMW products. Just
Maybe he wants
suggest
one.
that. Yeah. And then same thing with humans, where this color hair. They
Mhm.
keep swiping right on this color hair, so just suggest more people with this color hair.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's kind of interesting. Like, don't they just run out of people? Like, how
A
many
lot of
people are there for you to sort through?
there's a lot of people using that.
Probably. Huh?
Yeah.
But what if I'm like in the middle of like Arkansas?
Or Kansas, yeah.
Arkansas.
And there's like 14 people in that
There's
whole
like
state.
all of 14, and they just recommend one. But yeah, AI is like used everywhere, and it's really cool because then it reduces the amount of garbage that you see. But then it's like, what if I want to see that garbage?
Yeah. Well,
I'm interested in a broader spectrum of choices. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to eat apples every day just because I eat apples like 14 years in a row. This is about apples. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about any like weird specifics. But yeah, like if it's already finding companions for you
yeah.
and like saying who you should date, what if it's who you do date in the future?
Dun, dun, dun. What do you mean by that? Who you will date in the future?
So if AI is already picking like,
Predicts your wife?
what if it becomes your wife?
Oh.
Like a virtual, not a virtual, like an AI wifey.
like the was it AGI or ASI? The really human-like ones.
Typically, that would be like an AGI kind of thing.
Yeah. But more with feelings, wasn't that ASI? Or AGI also has.
It's a little bit of both. That's a good point.
Mhm.
I feel like AGI would be the one that starts off with emotions. So
Okay.
that's one of the check marks of being artificial general intelligence
Okay.
is a general understanding of human emotion.
Okay, so AGI is like you're just dating for fun, and then ASI is wifey material.
ASI is like I'm gonna take over the world, but you can look at me sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
Makes
so
sense.
ASI like think of ASI as like the end of the world for humanity or the greatest progress in the universe.
It's a big ore.
The big or.
Yeah.
But apparently it's 80-20. I don't know.
Yeah. Good chances.
Good
Yeah,
chances.
those are good chances. I would take that.
We
gonna
found
ta-
out that you're probably
we're gonna
gonna
take
kill
it, yeah.
everybody if we give you that choice.
Oh yeah. Hey. It's good enough.
No one has to know. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's gonna know? Is
You're not gonna know.
It's either GG or
Everyone prospers. It's
yeah.
so cool.
But yeah, you're saying there's a chance that they can become robots.
I mean, there's not a chance. It's already happening.
Yeah.
So there's an AI bot.
It's kind of sad.
Very sad.
Not for like all of humanity,
Let
just
me-
like for that singular human
That's a lot
that's
of
doing
singular
that's kind of
humans,
sad.
bro. There's a crazy. This is gonna take a little while for it to pull up, but there's a crazy little. I don't want to call it a phenomena. It's just people being jerks, and people are jerks to each other all the time. So I guess it's a normal thing. There are dudes. I don't know why I don't have this on the big screen,
No worries, take your time.
but there are dudes who create robot women and use their images and videos in order to attract other lonely dudes. And take a look at the screen right now.
Dudes do that?
This is an AI girl generator.
This is
Creates realistic videos of girls. And let's take a look at one. It's going to be amazingly loud, so let's turn the
But
TV off.
What's the point of?
So this,
You can talk to it?
I mean, you can talk to it, but like what people are using it to make more money. This is an AI thing, and it's got its own voice. And so what this does is like, hey, this is Janet. Janet is one of the actresses in this AI's like inventory that it can use. So what this tool would really help for is making like ads for your product. Like let's say it's like
Okay.
you don't have anyone to show off your
Beautiful
glasses.
artisan cup.
Exactly.
Artisanal.
Your beautiful artisanal cup.
I don't know if that's the right word. I just think that sounds fancy.
It sounds cool. I know there's artisanal pies at Erewhon that are $42. So I'm gonna
Mm.
stay away from that word for a while. But like people would love seeing like a really good looking girl holding this product instead of just a product on the table, right?
Instead of actually hiring the person, paying them Monet. Is it free?
Uh,
Whatever it costs, it's going to be cheaper than hiring someone.
You have to sign on to get like the first video or something. But I'm pretty sure it's got a like oh, it literally says pricing right there. Yeah.
It's not.
You can try it for free, but apparently it's $50 a month.
Okay.
Or $100. No, it's $100 a month, $50 a month if you bill annually.
Whatever it is, it's cheaper than actually hiring a person.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can make this AI do whatever. And so what people have been doing is creating OnlyFans
Oh.
models and Instagram models and catfishing people to send them money.
Wonderful.
It's
Wonderful world we're living in.
incredible how smart some people are.
Wonderful world we're living in. That it's real. And who's weird? I mean, that's not the AI, but who's weirder in this situation? The person that's making the scam people, or the people that are falling for it?
For sure. I feel
They're both bad.
they are
They're both,
pretty bad.
yeah.
They're both really weird, but the person who's scamming is like non-negotiably a bad person.
Yeah. The person falling for it also. They're both down bad.
Very down bad. One's
Oh.
down bad, one's down.
Yeah. Just downs. But just, I mean, can't we instantly tell these are AI? But again, that's not everyone.
we can, but yeah, that's not everyone. And some people are like, "Oh, this girl's giving me attention. Why would I like question it?" You know, like
Oh.
especially because you
Does-
can make them say whatever.
Well, you already said like stealing and scamming, just those big scamming operations that go on like around the world, like mainly in India, that those big companies are doing
like
the
the
scamming.
scam phone calls and stuff.
Yeah, and if they like sends a video or something like that, and it makes the person think it's real. It's not just a scam or
say-
whatever it is.
Real?
Yeah, and they're fishing for money.
That was good. That was good. Hats off. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, this gives so many possibilities to like ruin people's lives or make them way easier. You know, give people the opportunity that they wouldn't have without money. What?
Oh, you mean for ads? Okay,
Yeah,
I thought you
for
meant
ads.
for like people that can't find a girlfriend. It's great for them.
I mean, I guess there's I think they're called like companion AIs or whatever.
Oh,
So you can have. Hey, it's not funny. Some people do.
ASI's better, bro. That horrible world destroying AI is probably better than it makes me less sketch than this. This is
It's
horrible.
just another use of a tool. Isn't it crazy?
For ads, I understand it. That would actually make sense. It would be so much cheaper for
Mhm.
someone that's low budget, has some kind of product to make some kind of ad that's more appealing, catches someone's eye.
Mm-hmm.
But 100%, 90% of the use is from gonna be degenerates,
Degenerates. So that's what a lot of money goes to apparently.
schmikeys.
Degeneracy. So yeah, AI is a cool tool. But speaking of cool tools,
Mm-hmm.
what if this cool tool was
Cool tool.
actually an assistant? And I don't mean just like a baby assistant that you ask it a question. It's like, how do I make rangoons? It's
Here's
like-
the ingredients.
Exactly. That was a good assistant voice right there. How about if I gave you an assistant that was able to not only find the dude for
Take a breath.
not only find the ingredients for rangoons, but also buy the ingredients for rangoons and tell you exactly how to make them.
Like it just automatically goes to Amazon food, or what is it that you can order food?
Instacart?
Or anything, yeah.
I mean,
Instacart.
anything,
Yeah.
DoorDash
and just
even?
orders you food instantly.
yeah.
And those ingredients.
Finds exactly the ingredients you need. Finds like the organic, non-organic. You might be like, suck. How far away is that? But man, that was like a week ago.
That's how far, a week ago.
yeah.
Is that what you're saying in the beginning? We're agents?
AI agents, yeah.
Wow.
So there's a ton of
That
them.
sounds cool. Agents.
I have an example of ChatGPTs because they're like, they're the leader. They're the ones who look cool, but they're not leading in like the level. What do we call that? Their agents aren't like the top tier agents.
There is top tier agents
There are top tier agents.
already, like out. I mean, they're
I
making them.
I suck at remembering names.
That's fine. You need an AI agent for that, buddy.
I do. I need something that just writes down every name I've ever heard of. I think it's called Davis.
Okay.
It's
I don't trust you with any names.
$500 a month,
Okay.
and I believe it's Google's coding assistant.
Okay.
And it's not just a coding assistant; it is a agent that is able to complete tasks and kind of replace like a very entry level programmer.
You'll probably become a high level programmer real soon.
Probably is on its way already.
Yeah.
That's why we're
much
on
better than
ChatGPT.
probably any person. More efficiently. Better.
Yeah, it could work 24/7 without ever complaining.
Yeah. More versatility. Like
These kids, they don't care about stockholder values,
none of that matters.
Yeah, there's lots of really cool things coming since the last time we talked about AI.
Let's
We're
watch
using
the
this
video.
binocular.
Let's watch the video.
Yeah, let's pull it up. So this video is from OpenAI's page. It's showing off one of their new agent, their operator.
Mm-hmm.
And so what an operator does is that it can go and use a web browser just like as if it was you. And so this guy,
Oh, it's moving the mouse.
it's moving the mouse, it's opening things, and it's following its own rules that it gave itself. And it didn't just, he's not telling you like, oh, go and open this. He said, I want to have cream cheese rangoons tonight. And I already
Okay.
have butter and I already have something oil. Go and buy these things for me from Instacart. And it's like, oh, okay. Where would you like to buy these from? Like, what kind of store? It's like, do you want a Whole Foods? Do you want Sprouts? Do you want Ralph's? That's like Whole Foods. Pump it up. He didn't say Whole Foods. He said some random thing wherever OpenAI is situated.
Okay.
But so what this is doing is it's going through different step processes. So first,
and it's saying there what it's doing.
yeah. And so it tells you what it's doing. So it's literally like having an assistant that's just really vocal about everything.
You don't have to micromanage.
You don't have to micromanage.
Opening tab, searching rangoons. Like,
yeah, it sits it on this, and it's like you can tell it which recipe you want it. It's actually linguine with clam sauce. Apparently, is what he was looking for. Weird. So yeah, see, it's actually going through it. Now it's on Instacart and Gus's. It's going to search specifically for the ingredients it wants. And it's going to add them to the cart. And then at the end, it's going to be like, hey, I'm going to make a purchase of this many dollars doing this one, and you will get these things. Do you approve? And he's like, I approve. Automatically places his credit card information, and boom, homie's ready to have cream cheese rangoons tonight. He just has to cook it.
This would be pretty helpful, I would say, for like elderly. That if you just teach them the basics, and they don't know how this Instacart works, and you just tell it like, just explain how the AI works, and they say, I want to make some beef stroganoff or whatever, and then it kind of helps them to use Instacart, order food, brings up something. Oh, would you look at that? It brought up how to make the food.
Oh my god!
That'd
I
be
just
pretty
want to
helpful.
put this pot in the pot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's actually
that's
really
pretty
cool.
crazy.
It's literally the level of AI that is going to replace some entry level jobs.
Yeah.
And apparently, we didn't need AGI to replace like low things, like being someone's assistant, like ordering them a coffee, setting up their dinner. Now we just need the physical workers to do it.
Wow. Interesting.
And
It seems like something that definitely that we'll use in ways.
I mean, it's only on the $200 a month version currently for OpenAI. But the only thing that makes OpenAI's operator interesting is that it shows you what it's doing like that. It has like an actual, I guess, like a user interface that just shows you a web browser, so it's more natural for humans to see.
Oh, okay. So I could do it without it? Just all behind the scenes?
Exactly. That's where we get to Manus. Manus is like the coolest dude because he's free and it's open. And it's made by this guy. His name is Peak.
Yeah, he's a nice
It's
guy.
like Peak G. And so Manus is really cool because Manus does exactly what that does, but at a fairly high level. So he's got some examples here.
And
So
it's
you could,
free. It's
it is,
better and it's free.
it,
I thought you said it was better.
I think it's better because it's free.
Oh yeah, that is true. That does make it better.
So he's got a few use case galleries that you can look at. And the thing I like a lot is deeply analyze Tesla stocks. So it's something where you give it a prompt of, I'd like a thorough analysis of Tesla stocks, including, and it's like a summary, financial data, market sentiment, technical analysis, compare their assets. Tell me like a value investor, like should I do it or should I not? And then an investment thesis at the very end. So you have to give it a specific task, just like all the other AIs, because it's only going to give you what you ask of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what Manus does is it's like only text, so you can't actually see any cute visuals.
Yeah.
But it did it in like a microsecond there. But it creates a list of what it's going to do. And then while it's creating that list, it's actually going through it as well. So it's working to achieve the goal while also setting the goal for itself. This kind of thought process can take hours, but it also replaces like a whole lot of your own time. So somebody doing this level of an in-depth, thorough analysis of Tesla stock might take like a couple of days, maybe a week if you're looking at like somebody to hire. This thing did it in a couple of hours, and something that's really unique about these levels of AI is that they go through their thing, their data, and then it goes back and it's like, wait, what I said here was wrong. Because of the new data that I have, let me correct myself and re-go from there and see if there's anything else wrong.
Automatically, or you would say?
Automatically. You don't have to do anything. You just give it this prompt, wait a few hours, couple of hours, maybe even like a few minutes. Probably not. But
it's simpler. A couple minutes, I guess.
Yeah. And then it finished all this.
Okay.
It gave you these beautiful graphs that you can look at.
Wow.
That is showing Tesla stock prices. It gives you a little comparison of the total debt of the company and the shareholders' equity in the company. So it kind of gives you a really, really detailed report. And
which is what an investor would like to see.
Exactly. This is what all the cool kids do. And you could read through this if you want, but I don't know how stocks work. So we're just
go from the beginning. I need to reread everything.
Yeah. But my favorite part about this is that it realized like, hey, this is great info. And it's like, great news. I turned it into a public website that anyone that you can share this link with can know. So here's your executive summary of what to do. It's like, currently, you should hold your stock or selectively buy it when it's low. You should avoid it because it's not a good value and it has low income currently. Maybe there's like other government things going on right now that are kind of messing with it, and it gives you a financial performance valuation. It is insanely thorough, dude.
Yeah, this is like a week's worth of a human.
Yeah, at least. And that's like
getting ready for a meeting or something like that.
Mm-hmm. This level of detail from someone that works at like a company would be charging you at least $400 an hour. And homie's going to spend at least 40 hours just sitting around. So $500 a month doesn't sound that bad anymore.
Or the workers that are getting paid $400 an hour use this.
They could be using that. And then they're like just sitting on their phones watching YouTube recommended videos the whole time. But yeah, it gives you a very in-depth analysis, and then it gives you like, hey, it represents a great opportunity. And then it gives you why. And that's mind-blowingly cool.
That's crazy. What were some of the other examples? You don't have to press it like where he's using.
So another thing he used it for is make an interactive course on the momentum theorem. Teaches you physics.
Oh, you can put it to anything. It makes a whole course to teach you.
It's insanely smart, and I don't know how.
You put like, interactive course on algebra, whatever it may be, and it just gives you a whole.
I think I have to ask it about quantum physics for our next research, for our next few episodes. I've been doing research. I promise I'm still confused.
But we're going to make it simple.
Yeah.
By we, I mean he's going to say stuff and I'm going to be confused.
And then we'll make it
simple. And then we'll make it simple. We're good. You could do, gives you a
trip to Japan. So it'll actually, I'm interested in this one as well. So what it will do is it will go through.
That's what I was trying to remember, itinerary.
Yeah, so you'll give it haha, do this. This is my budget, blah, 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 blah. me and my loved ones. Like you give it like a prompt, like it's telling you a story,
Yeah.
and it's doing all of this thinking, kind of in real time, but not really. It's like
Not really, because
sped
for
up.
this example.
Yeah, for this example, it's like sped up. I'm pretty sure it's gonna take a little longer than a few seconds. But yeah, let's see what it gives us.
I can imagine this, for example, doing this for, let's say, Italy. Putting it that my wife likes the I mean, not the touristy spots, the
Mm.
more countryside of it that are low key, and then it just makes a whole itinerary of what cities to go to, what after what, like go to this city and then after would be the other city.
Yeah,
That's kind of what this is.
I think
7 day Japan itinerary. Or
exactly.
set up everything. The days are even gonna go down. It's finished,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah, it
I
is,
don't
it
know for the
is.
example, but day one. Oh
So
wow!
here's your
Look how
itinerary.
detailed that is.
It's like afternoon, you're gonna check into your hotel.
It took me a week to do this for us. for our honeymoon, I was like, what are we gonna do there? And
Yeah, dude.
this day, that day, time, like putting the times together.
Mm-hmm. And
Wow.
because like obviously this isn't like a one-time thing. You could tell like, hey, I don't like doing this. Change this to something that's more based on like
Change
blah,
day
blah.
5.
Yeah, change day 5 to be more cool. I want to go speed racing down the mountains using a GTR.
And then it'll buy you a GTR with the card you have on file. Well, I even love it's giving you restaurants. You probably put, you know, and find restaurants with seafood, whatever it is, and then like I'm sure it'll put, because it said right there like dinner at McDonald's or whatever it was on the right side for the days.
Really?
Like let's see, no, go up a little bit. Dinner in Jian District, wherever.
Oh, very cool.
Multiple places that said that.
Yeah, so it gives you like
Farewell
where to
dinner
eat.
at an upscale restaurant.
Final night in Kyoto, and then day 8. Hey, he's going over the budget. Day 9.
He just adds stuff.
Oh, and then it gives you.
It says what you do when you get back home.
It's giving you recommendations on where to propose.
Oh, is that what was in there? Oh, look at that. Yeah. I
You
plan
need-
to propose during this trip. I need a special location recommendation. That is awesome.
That's sick.
And it says why it's even thing. It isn't like why those are
Romantic
special.
boat ride surrounded by cherry blossoms, or
Wow.
famous for its weeping cherry trees. Oh, I want to go there, Ruff. Can we go?
Let's use this. That was just used as an example for the website. Let's just take it.
All right. Come back in 2 weeks. We'll be back with a podcast, with a vlog every day.
And Sako will be proposing to me.
What? I have to propose?
Yeah, bro.
But you already have a ring.
Look at the budget, bro.
20. Actually, that's not bad.
For a 7-day,
Yeah.
is it? Is it not? I don't know.
I mean, but I don't know how money works.
This is like you're doing something every single day.
Exactly. It's a packed trip.
Yeah, this is.
You're traveling from place to place. You're visiting all the fancy things. I thought Japan was going to be more free instead of like,
free.
yeah, like, because it's just cool because of the old stuff. Like Italy, right? You just visit like, the Vatican was like $70.
Yeah,
Per
I think it was
person.
cheaper.
Depends.
Yeah,
I mean, to walk in, yeah. Oh, maybe with an AI like this, they can develop like a tour itself, where like now the AI is reading it out. It's like, oh, I'm now in the 3rd room of the Vatican. Tell me more and tell me where to
like
go.
the tour guides already has when you put on the headphones that
Yeah,
they give.
yeah.
Those always suck,
They do pretty suck.
and it will be just awesome. Like look left. Okay, no, a little more left. It knows exactly where you're staring.
Yeah, with the AI glasses.
That's true. That's
Ooh,
true.
it's gonna be
Combining all of them, but not the weird. Not like Apple's giant. Massive
yeah, like
one.
Meta glasses.
Those are awesome, bro.
I have never.
Those
tried
are
them, but
versions
they
of the
look so
Snap
cool.
spectacles.
You
Remember, I
those
had
when
one,
they were
the
awesome.
Snapchat one.
One of my
except they
favorite
look less
videos is
goofy.
on those.
Yeah, it was waterproof too. That was like from 5 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Meta ones, they look very cool because they just look like normal glasses.
Mm.
You know, technology got better and they just made it smaller.
Instead of a big like circle here, and
Yeah.
it like flashes red. I wonder if
It
this
even
is
has
fun.
speakers that play not loud, but like just for you, where it's right by the things, and it's like so you can hear music. Yeah,
That's incredible.
you and as a phone too, not a phone, like a Bluetooth.
Yeah.
You can like
Should we
get
buy
calls.
some for the podcast? Because I need a new pair. I don't need a new pair of glasses.
We're gonna
I'm
put our
looking for a new pair.
Patreon. Please support
Donate for my meta glasses.
just for random stuff for us to buy. Please.
It's like a wedding.
That's what
venue.
all podcasts do. Anyone that says donate. Thank you for supporting.
Guys,
Our
we
channel.
need the money. We're gonna get a camera soon. But
We
that's
need
gonna
it-
happen anyway.
We
without
need a
your
new
support.
resonator. Guys, this one fell. It fell off.
I need the money to put it back on. But yeah,
That's wonderful. This is something I'm definitely going to use either for our next trip or really anything. There's so much that I'm not even. I can't even comprehend what this could be used on, but the possibilities are endless.
they really are. Speaking of endless, sub to Manus. I don't know how this works, but Manus is cool.
Manus, yeah,
This
it's a
is-
cool name.
It is. I don't know what it means, but it delivers what I would want other people, what ChatGPT to be delivering every time. However, I think you're also limited on like, what do you call
Uses.
that? Number of uses. But like, this is the kind of stuff that you can like, you get 5 a week. That's already plenty. Like, what are you going deeply into 5 times?
I'm going on 5 trips next week.
I want to plan my next 18 years of life.
Can you plan my 4th child's baby reveal without the first one being born?
Yeah. But yeah, these are really cool operators. You ready for the cooler operators?
They're cooler than Manus?
There is ChatGPT, not ChatGPT, OpenAI,
OpenAI.
dad of ChatGPT. It was leaked that they're bringing 3 levels of operators into the world.
Are
So-
you saying different kinds or different
You have
strengths?
different strengths, more like. So there is the $200 a month version, right? It gives you
Tasty.
researcher version, super cute. It's like a pro version for people who are really into it. They could use it for their jobs and stuff, like their actual like businesses and stuff. Now, there's going to be $2,000 version, which gives you kind of what Devin. Oh, Devin is the name.
Hey, I told you. I told you I did not trust you with the
I
name.
opened the drawer.
Yeah, you
got the
found the key. Yeah.
Thank you,
Hey,
Sonia.
the first letter was right. You said Davis.
Davis. That's usually what I get most of the time. Davis was the guy that ran the car wash at Pacific
Yes,
BMW.
sir.
Now it makes sense.
hmm
He was really cool.
Yeah, it makes sense to mix up an AI with the BMW car wash owner. Very similar.
Davis
Your drawers are those drawers were close to each other.
It's just with letters. It's not with any kind of subject. So Devin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I almost forgot. I was gonna say
You're
David.
gonna go back to David.
Daniel.
Yeah.
So Devin is cool. $500 a month, entry level programmer.
Let's say 2,000.
We're talking about Google's Devin.
Okay.
The first one
you
I mentioned.
remembered.
Sorry,
Okay.
So that guy was cool. $500 a month, entry level programmer, as an assistant to an actual programmer.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT is proposing that for $2,000 a month, you get a very, very well-rounded, like a baby artificial general intelligence that's really good at conducting research or programming, or kind of like customer service and everything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's better at everything.
Better at everything. And it's got like the intelligence level of, so they have a version that's like, interesting. They have a version that has like, they're claiming it's like a PhD level AI.
Wow.
That one, you know what? Take a guess, Ralph. How much do you think a PhD level artificial intelligence is going to cost you monthly? If
The other one's
entry level is
two-
$2,000.
So we're going from $200 to $2,000. That's if we're going off that same mentality, 7,500.
Oh, you're so close. The same mentality. So if you want a PhD level AI that's going to do research for you,
Okay.
that's only $20,000 a
Oh,
month.
okay. Wow. That's 10 times more.
It is. That's why I was like, you said 200 to 2,000. I'm like, that's 10 times. He's going to get it right on the first
You're right.
try.
You're right. If I did the same math,
Yeah.
That sounds kind of insane. I didn't want to say, even if I got that
Exactly.
calculation in my head, I didn't want to do that.
It sounds insane, but what they're proposing is that it would be able to replace like a full-on worker that has a PhD in a field.
That's a PhD. So it's really It's gonna
Like
be really crazy.
it's supposed to be really, 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 really smart.
Yeah. For the next episode, we're actually gonna buy it.
I'm selling my car. I think I'm upside down on my car, even if I sell it.
Don't sell. Yeah, you can go more in depth. 20,000. That's crazy. Is it already out? Can someone purchase
It
it?
is leaked. I'm sure they have it, but you can't purchase it just yet.
Mm.
So it's leaked as in like some people was like, oh, I was talking with their higher ups. They're saying that they have 3 levels of artificial AGI agents coming up, or artificial intelligence agents.
Mm-hmm.
They're operators coming up, and they're gonna have different levels. And these are more geared towards businesses that like
Assistants, taking jobs.
kind of assistants, but like actual employees is what these guys can replace essentially.
Yeah, seems like they can do everything. If the 20,000 a month version can also code you a website, code you whatever, and also, um,
I agree.
lost my thought.
It's because of Devin.
He's freaking Davis.
Um,
If it takes the whole job of a person,
yeah, and that's why it's
20,000
so
a month.
expensive, because they're saying like, oh, this is like an employee for you,
if it does more than
and it can work 24/7.
that's true, but it's like if it does more than an employee that's getting paid more than 100,000.
That's like most people who are in programming, if I'm being honest. They like back in the day, they had like entry level salaries of like $320,000 for a computer scientist.
Wow. Wait, that's what was my math? That's 240,000 a year.
Yeah,
But it's a lot.
it is so much.
It's gonna be doing more than a worker that gets paid 240,000.
It's supposed to be. Allegedly, it's going to be.
Well,
but-
it actually has to be doing better for you to get that instead
Instead of a human.
yeah.
But then it's also going to be faster.
Yeah.
It might have a few errors. That's why you got to have like a checker, But Manus goes back and checks his errors.
I'm sure that one will too.
It
20,000.
definitely will. So what if they're going to be like 99% accuracy levels?
That's a crazy jump from where we are today.
It is.
That price is also a crazy jump from where we are today. So I guess so. It better be that good.
Now, I said some crazy things,
Okay.
and it's real things apparently.
Soon
But
to
let's
come.
break it down and keep it simple. The way they're able to accomplish this isn't just like one genius AI. They're actually using a huge chain, like a big net of AIs that correct each other and teach each other how to do stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
That sounds insane.
it is pretty cool. So they have like, just for the starting of any project, they have 3 different AIs. First one is the one that like talks to you, and the one that's like the GPT model.
Yeah.
So it's gonna get the prompt, it's gonna break it down and see like kind of analyze what it needs to do for this. Like what is it actually saying?
Yeah.
And what can it potentially be saying? Like kind of like ask you a follow-up question when you're like, hey, design me a website. It's very vague.
Yeah. What do you need
Kind
it
of
for?
website.
Yeah.
What are your plans? Here's some options of what we think you might want. And then once that guy gets his answers and he's like, I'm satisfied, it's going to give it to the next dude. And the next dude's going to look at it and be like, wow, let me find some web links that can help in these kinds of specific situations. And the third one's going to be like, let's visit those web links and get all the data and then give it to the rest of the team, and the team's going to figure it out.
It's just the whole team. That like
buying
one
a
AI is
company.
passing it down to the other one, and they're just all working on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Technically, can you do that by yourself? You work like as a
Oh, you
person.
just use 18
with-
different AIs?
Yeah,
That's what people already do. Yeah.
but I guess it's so much more efficient that it costs $20,000 a month.
Well, it's also a way smarter AI is what they're claiming.
Okay, so it's not just the
So
same things.
Like at
Everything's better
everything's infinitely better.
about that AI. Okay.
Apparently OpenAI is still like, it costs them money to run the $200 a month subscription if you actually use it. It's like a gym membership.
Yeah.
Like if you go every single day, the gym is losing money on you existing.
Yeah.
But if you only go like once a month, then they're making bank on you. You're paying $35 a month just to go to the gym for like an hour.
Which most people are.
Exactly.
Like we can use AI, but we're not just constantly.
Yeah, that's
on
why
it.
it doesn't make sense for us to have the $200 version. And it's not going to make sense for even like a regular business owner to probably have like the $2,000 version or the $10,000. Oh, also there's a $10,000 version. It's like a master's degree level guy. So
Okay.
okay, sorry, I didn't expect I explain these enough because it was like in an article instead of like a cute infographic to see. So for $2,000, it's leaked that you're gonna get a very smart dude, and this very smart dude's gonna be able to manage tasks and kind of be like a little helper developer. So it's gonna be like your entry level guy, like it's gonna be an intern for the people, but like a
Are you almost
programming
saying bachelor's, master's, and PhD?
kind of is what I'm trying to set it up as, but that's not what they set it up as, and because they use the PhD at the end, I would assume that they have other things coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to keep it clear just in case when it is fully released, they have more versions of it.
Okay. But I'm trying to keep it simple.
Good, simple right there. So bachelor's degree, intern.
Okay.
The second level is $10,000 a month, and this one is geared towards actually making programs and stuff.
Interesting.
So it is going to be a team instead of a single person, because that's what they're coming. It's like this is your operator, but it's actually like a whole like group.
Yeah.
This is dev group, bro.
Yeah. It's a squad.
It's a
Here's
it's a
your
whole
unit.
squad.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this unit is going to be specifically focused on programming and like kind of what we just saw Manus do. It's going to analyze. It's going to be able to very well analyze different companies and kind of defeat tasks. You know.
Wow.
So like it'll be like me.
I feel like it's not only taking one person's job; it's taking a couple person's job.
Company's job, basically.
Yeah. Then I guess at that point, $120,000 a year, or even $240, at some point, if it's a giant company, if it's some kind of huge enterprise, it does make sense.
It does. And now the PhD level is geared towards research. So
Okay.
it's supposed to be a PhD level researcher to help like a university in like leading health designs. I don't know what they do in universities, if I'm being honest.
Just take money.
They take money and turn it into like syringes, apparently, or brains.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's different levels, and it's going to be for specific tasks and specific like fields. But like, do those amazingly well, allegedly.
Yeah, I'm sure. Faster,
Faster than a human,
stronger,
hopefully
better.
more accurate. But eventually, a human's going to be right, right? What if the AI is never right? Because it's still going to be fully confident.
Well, then you get the checking one. Can you put the confidence down on AI? It's just like super
I think
insecure. I'm like,
I don't really know, but 2 + 2 might be 4.
yeah. So you
Please
keep
double
checking.
check that on the calculators. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, those expensive ones, I'm sure they have a checking AI.
Redundant.
One that just.
They definitely do have. Well, okay, so you can make your own operator, and OpenAI has this thing they used to call Swarm. I don't know what they call it anymore.
That's a good Black Ops 2 kill streak. Sorry, go on.
It is. It kind of works similarly because just
It kills a lot of people.
not kill anyone.
Okay.
So what it does is like it's kind of the control like head for multiple different AIs.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have them working as a little team. And also it is open source stuff so that you can use other people's as AIs in the OpenAI like little bubble. So like you can go and get Manus. I think Manus is a version of Swarm, so it probably won't be using Manus.
Okay.
But you can get ChatGPT and you can get Claude 3.7 and put them in a team together.
Wow.
All running under that Swarm.
And they just work together.
You got to program it, but you can call both of them to do stuff together. So an example that they brought up is like they had it's like really nerdy stuff. Like bringing it up is just gonna make me confused.
But
And
I'll make it simple.
No,
I'll make it. I'll be confused too.
yeah. It's I mean, you know when you hit F12 on your keyboard and it brings up like the HTML code for a website?
Yeah.
It's just that. It's only that. It's for nerds.
Okay.
Human beings are not meant to understand it. So it brings up something like that, and you can code and give it like directions. I'm like, hey, you're gonna look at the web for whatever this is saying and figure out what he's actually asking, and then you're gonna give this code to this other to this other AI, and this other AI is gonna draw a picture with it.
Okay, so the person that's coding is kind of like leading them, but they're gonna do the work.
Mm-hmm. So
Like,
it's giving like
You're gonna help him do
basic-
this, and you're gonna do it.
exactly
whatever it
it's
is.
like when your boss comes in and it's like, hey,
You're fired.
hopefully not. It's like when your boss comes in, it's like, hey, your job is to do this and then give this info to this guy.
Yeah.
And that's your entire purpose. And it's like, okay, I'll do that forever. Yeah, thank you. You just simplified it.
It's forever.
Forever until I die.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's lots of tools that can help simplify what's happening. And I know I said it's like for nerd stuff, but like I think you could probably learn it in like a week. Like
Now
to
I'm
make
stupid. The way
No, I mean
said
like because you don't have any
Even
programming
you.
experience.
Yeah.
It's like people like it's so much simpler than like anyone thinks it is, and it's
Yeah.
so accessible. If you need to figure out how to do it, contact me, and then we'll figure it out together because I don't know how to do it. Either.
We'll just work together. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like it's calling. It's kind of man.
Breathe.
It's like calling functions in code, but that doesn't make sense unless you know how to code.
Okay.
Because instead of specifically laying down the framework for a baby to do something, it's like telling a kid who already knows how to play baseball, hey, you're going to be our pitcher.
Okay.
And then that's what you're doing with the AIs. You're just giving them guidance, and it already knows like, oh, I know my job.
Yeah.
I can do that. I'm good at that.
Yeah, you're guiding them, but it could do it by itself.
Mhm,
But it needs some guidance.
Yeah, but
So
that
it's not
kid has
just
a
lost.
lot of things it can be doing. You
Yeah.
just tell it exactly what you want it to be doing with what information.
Okay, so it needs a good leader, and then it could get it all done.
Mm-hmm. And then
Interesting.
that swarm stuff is a way for you to be that leader.
Okay. It's a cool name too.
It is. They changed the name, and it's just like 4 random letters, and it made me a little sad.
Kind
But I guess swarm was too like cool.
of sounds
keep.
scary. It sounds like a U.S. military secret
It does.
thing. Yeah.
It's not secret anymore. But yeah. So that's the cool new operators we got
Wow.
going.
I think this is gonna go far, and this will actually take jobs. This is gonna take the higher level jobs before it
Take
takes the
mine
lower
jobs
level.
instantly, dude.
Yeah, before it takes the lower level
Yeah.
jobs, it's gonna take that.
They're like, how little can we pay human beings to work now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as a CEO, if you think about it, for your company to put your overhead down at some point, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what are humans used for?
Exactly.
Now you got to ask yourself,
Are
life-
you useful?
Yeah. Comment
Comment below if you think you're useful to society.
if you don't feel like you're useful. Give us a like and subscribe, and hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, X. I mean, Elon, please just come to the podcast. I'll
Yeah.
promise we'll call it X the whole time. Twitter, TikTok. I give up, man. Just follow, like, subscribe. We love you,
Yeah. Love you,
and we
Elon.
like spending time with you.
Elon,
so-
if you get on the episode, we'll both buy Teslas. Deal? If Elon gets on the episode, we both get Teslas. Is that not worth it?
For sure, to meet him at all is worth it. Sure,
I mean,
I'll get a Model 3.
It could be a
something
used.
cool.
Yeah. It could be used or something.
Dude, did you hear? Teslas are so much cheaper because like people are hating on Elon and what he's doing right now.
Kinda
for the
wonderful.
government.
Not the hating on him, but the prices.
They're like dropping to like 10K for a Model 3 with dual motors. I'm like, bro, that was like a $50,000 car a couple of years ago.
I think it's still cool. We both love engines. We both, just a classic design of cars
Mhm.
with none of the futuristic stuff. Like still having an engine, still having an exhaust and stuff like that, and the experience it gives. But I think they're cool. I think electric cars are
I mean,
cool.
They're cool.
Yeah,
They're just
I'm not
another
picking it
version of
over. But
transportation.
again, whenever it becomes that cheap, it's like now it's cooler.
I mean, if I could buy this thing for $10,000 or an M340 for $70,000,
Yeah,
I think I have a clearance.
yeah, 100% for like a second car.
Yeah.
Not spending on gas,
And on the
whatever's
main
going
car
on.
would work too.
Yeah, Cybertruck. It makes me happy how much people hate Cybertrucks.
What? Oh, because you
So
can invent them.
yeah, so in the
Yeah.
future,
I remember you had the allocation like when they were first building their factory, and it was like
But-
14 years after you placed the order
yeah, but it was also like that would have been probably the worst time to ever purchase it.
because it was the highest price.
Yeah, of course. But used ones are great now.
Really?
Not for the owners, but for other people buying it.
Well, if you're looking for any kind of electric car that's Tesla related or anything related, hit up my best friend Rafa.
Sponsored by ARE Auto.
There you go.
I know the owner.
Yeah, we know an in.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of things that are impacted by anything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All he did was do his new job.
Yeah, I can't imagine though someone going to work, getting their masters, whatever it is, in some kind of job, getting in that field, working there, and then just AI comes. Hey, by the way,
Wow. You know those 6 years you spent?
yeah, time to find another field
Yeah,
for
go
the
work at
rest.
McDonald's, buddy.
Yeah, because this does seem more efficient. I'm sure it's gonna work much better than a human.
Yes, but you ever talk to an AI chatbot?
Not on my daily, not on my daily life. I don't.
Have you ever called in for like help on a product and you get a robot instead of a human being?
Yeah.
I have yelled at every single robot to take me to a human being. I never want to talk to robots over the phone.
That's true. Okay, but what if AI, like an AGI, is so natural? Excuse me. That you barely, first of all, over the phone, if it's some kind of support for a big company, you barely can tell if it's AI.
Yeah.
And if it's doing something basic like, I want this refund, Mr. Amazon.
It's gonna give it to you either way, no matter what the refund's for.
That is absolutely true. But I think it could sound natural enough where, you can't even tell that it's a robot, like soon.
Yeah, well, probably. I mean, like they'll work on the voice stuff. There's already people who are getting scammed over it. So
Yeah.
the it's well, AGI I still feel like is pretty far away. There's at least like 10 years. I'll get a career going by then.
Yeah, but what if like in a year or two, and how one tech gets exponentially better, then that 10 years is much closer.
That's probably exactly what's gonna happen.
10 years isn't even that far,
It's
realistically. Talking like 80-year-old grandpa sitting next to each other, time flies.
10 years ago, I don't even remember.
But yeah, I think that 10 years isn't that long, and I'm sure that 10 years will even minimize.
Yeah,
Even
I don't know
more.
what happened in the last 2 years, dude. I was like, I got a job, or I got a career. I don't know, whatever you call it.
One of those things.
Yeah, and then like I woke up one day, I'm
2025.
like, holy cow, what happened?
Yeah.
And now we're podcasting. Yeah, it's crazy stuff that can come. However, it's probably going to be really cool because then maybe we'll solve a lot of the world's problems.
100%.
Yeah.
Because for some of the people, it's going to be quite stressful for them, for the job taking or whatever it is in the
Yeah.
future. But I think it's going to really help us as a society to jump forward in everything. Technology.
I agree 100%. I'm just thinking in my
I was
mind,
thinking of
like,
more
how
things and I just stopped at technology.
technology, culture,
Culture.
engineering, horse science.
Yeah, horse science. How to make them run faster with AI.
Ooh, just stab him in the cheek with steroids. I'm sure that's gonna work. Let's move on to a more fun subject.
That was fun.
That was super
People
fun.
losing their jobs after working for 10 years. It's fun. It's cool.
Work with people. That's the only way you'll keep your job.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the cool subject or fun subject?
Well, the fun
Is it going to make us
subject,
happy?
it's like kind of a comparison.
Okay.
Like, what is the AI agent's difference between a chatbot? Because one's like a passive thing, the chatbot's like it just exists. You ask it questions, you have a little conversation, like you give it something, it gives you something back. So it's being passive until you like tell it to specifically do something. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
An AI agent's like proactive. We're breaking this simple so it's easier to remember for future episode references. So an AI agent is like proactive. So you ask it a question, it's going to search in multiple views of that question and try and figure things out before you can ask it. So it can be ready.
It gets to work. Other than it's like the passive one where you're saying is or no, not the passive one. What did you say ChatGPT is?
ChatGPT, like the generative text.
No. When you just
oh
said
yeah, he's passive. ChatGPT is passive. It's a
the
chatbot.
passive one. Yeah, that's just like having a normal conversation with a friend. Hey, what do you suggest I eat? But that friend knows kind of everything about the internet.
I recommend you eat a pastrami noodle soup from Faux.
That's my favorite dish. Thank you, ChatGPT. And proactive is more like an employee. It's not like a normal person at home is going to be using a proactive type of AI for just.
It's very
thing.
unique.
Yeah, that's going to be for like big companies that want to be even more efficient, get more done at less time, spending less money. How long can you keep your leg like that? Sako keeps leaving his leg like that for like whole episodes for some reason.
It's more comfortable.
No, it's not.
I mean, it hurts.
You
after
told
the-
me. You told me it's not.
Every time we stand up after an episode, I'm in great pain.
Yeah, he is crying after he says thanks for watching.
It's like if you actually listen and decipher what the audio it says at the end, it's like, oh my gosh, my leg.
Just comfortably.
Bam.
Yeah, it's only. I would say proactive is mainly for employees and things that bosses and companies that want to get something done. When you're saying proactive, it's like giving a task.
That's a great example to bring up.
Mhm.
Getting something done. I'm sure you've seen the ads for Samsung and their marketing that their little calendar assistant is now an AI assistant that can plan out your day for you.
Interesting.
That is also an AI agent.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
another example of it, where a normal person can be like, hey, my life is a little bit hard to control. Figure out my day for me. And it's going to be like, okay, like, what are you doing? Like, I have to go to work. I want to be able to read a book at least 10 minutes a day. I want to go on a run, work out. And it's going to be like, okay, I've planned out your day. I'll give you a notification whenever it's time to switch things. And you just got to stay consistent with it. So it makes it much simpler and easier for you to remember and to do stuff.
Be more organized.
Be more organized.
That seems like a very helpful. Is that a proactive one or a passive?
That's a proactive one.
Oh, because you told it a task. Make me more organized or whatever it is. Interesting. I feel like Apple will follow, as usual, what they do. Samsung does something and Apple will follow soon after.
I think Apple's been trying to integrate AI into their Siri.
Is that the most useless thing ever?
What do you mean?
The
Oh,
AI.
the little hold thing?
Yeah, the AI with the ChatGPT.
It's not real like AI. I don't even know what the heck it's doing.
It's worse than Siri.
It is. Like, I thought if I held it, like, I'd get to talk to ChatGPT. I'm like, finally, someone with a brain. And then it's just more like dumminess.
Yeah. And then even in the settings, it is using ChatGPT because you go in the settings and it says use ChatGPT as Siri.
Yeah.
It's...
I don't think it is.
I think it's like the one you said before. It's like the 1950 versions of AI or something like that. It knows nothing for some reason.
Feels like
I don't know why it's so useless.
But in 2027 is when they're saying like, okay, Siri will have a legit AI the way we know it. They're far behind.
2 years? We already have it. Just put it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they just don't know how to integrate it, or maybe they're looking for something that's actually special.
Yeah.
Well, Microsoft...
It has to be then special for that time. In 2 years,
Exactly,
the things that are special now are going to be the norm, and they're going to be new special stuff. So they have to predict of what's going to be special then and make it more special.
They'll use an AI to figure out what the future is going to hold. It's kind of funny because
AI, predict AI.
predict the world.
Yeah.
I predict that artificial intelligence is going to take over the world within the year 2030. Good luck.
Okay, wonderful. But can you put it into Siri? That sounds
Make
good.
an AI for my phone.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be able to afford the 20,000 a month version?
Who?
Apple.
They? I'm not sure if their budget covers.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I think all their budget is spent on advertising. It feels like.
And cool ads that are satisfying.
It was pretty satisfying.
They look very satisfying. Like the ones that are good now, like the 2,000 or 10,000 a month in 2 years, where that's probably gonna be the free ones, and there's better ones. Maybe not 2 years, but whatever it is, and they put those as Siri, and then Samsung will put out the more special one.
I mean, they can do whatever they want as long as humanity's getting like a better life every time.
As long as Siri's getting a better life.
Because I'm never buying a Samsung.
Of course not, bro.
But yeah, these are really cool stuff that like even daily people can use. So
if it was on Siri, I would be using. Honestly, I would be
like
using
the planner,
it more.
right?
Yeah.
Well, how about you use
I don't want to
app for it instead, you nerd?
Yeah, that just makes it more. Makes me sound so much lazier when it's still on my phone and just 3 buttons away to open up ChatGPT.
I'm pretty sure that's actually what Samsung did because there was an app to plan your day out, and Samsung's like, "That's ours now. We'll buy it from you."
They're rich now.
I mean, is Samsung owned by Microsoft? I don't know what they are, but
yeah.
Oh well, then there you go. Well, Apple's.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but there's a big difference between Apple and Microsoft now.
No, I meant the rich is the company that made that thing, and then Samsung bought it. Like said, "Oh, we'll buy you."
Oh yeah, they got it definitely rich.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
And that's kind of like the whole point of being like an inventor. Just come up with something really cool and useful for the world, and then
someone bigger than you just buys you.
That's like the American economy for some reason now. There's no competition anymore.
Just get bought by a bigger thing, a bigger entity.
Yeah, like when Facebook, Meta, bought Oculus, like the VR guys, they're like, oh, this is cool. You want $2 billion for your company?
Sure.
I guess.
Why not?
And now the dude has his own air defense company. That's what,
What?
Anduril is. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
That's like, okay, he's like one of the coolest dudes.
That sounds pretty cool.
His name is Palmer Luckey. Completely off topic.
Let's say it again.
Palmer
Palmer
Luckey.
Crazy name.
Grew up in
He was
Long
born
Beach,
to be
I
a
think
billionaire.
He was.
That's a billionaire name.
So he grew up in Long Beach. In his like garage, he came up with the Oculus VR stuff.
Wow.
And I don't fully know the story of Oculus, if I'm being honest. I just know
keep making-
his info.
Okay.
Because he's cool. Making it up.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So yeah, what he came up with that stuff, and then Facebook's like, we'll buy that for $2 billion. It's like, sick. And he's like, you know what I really want to do? I want to defend the United States of America. So he has a company, or he co-owns a company called Anduril, who is a defense contractor in Southern California. I think they have a place in like Ohio now. They're like growing their little factory, you know.
Ohio. Whatever that state is.
If it's not California, yeah, I don't want to
nothing.
hear about it. But yeah, he's a really cool dude, and he took all his money from tech, and he's like, okay, what if we mix tech and defense? Because that's how we're gonna keep America as number one.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, if you'd like Google him, and if you know him, or if you are him, hit us up. We'd love to have you on the interview podcast.
Yes, sir.
Could you imagine
That'd be
Elon
pretty
Musk and Lucky?
great. Yeah. And we're not even here. They just them sitting and them.
I'll be in the back with Garth.
Garth, you good?
I think the water bottle hit him earlier. Dude.
Yeah, he's knocked out.
That
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
it is amazing. So yeah, it can improve.
Why does every billionaire story start from the garage? Not the house.
I think
Always in the garage.
it is because you
Apple,
don't do smart
Samsung.
stuff in the garage. I mean, in the house.
Oh, you're in the house. You're just like, like really dumb.
Brain-
Yeah, you're brain dead. And you get to the garage, you're like, I can build a Oculus, and
Yeah.
you can wear on your head and
See,
be amazing.
that's how I feel every time I'm here. Mine's turned off. The
Mm.
second I step into my little room, depends on which way I'm facing. If I'm facing my computer, I feel dumb. If I'm facing the other side with like all like the little electronics and tools, I'm like, I'm a genius.
Yeah.
I can come up
It
with the next
varies.
ASI. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The second I turn around, I'm retarded.
Well, maybe that's why I haven't created $1 billion business. I don't have a garage.
Oh,
Hi,
brother, I'm so sorry.
Can I use your garage?
No, there's a gym down there.
Oh.
Well, yeah, you can use my garage. That's
Oh.
pretty good. I will take 45% of your company.
Like, you're going to buy it for a couple billion? Or you're
No.
going to take...
That's not how America works, brother.
When we're passing through your garage, like, real quickly, I'm like, oh, I solved cancer. And then we just...
Forgot.
Yeah, right as we left out, and if we stayed there longer, I would have wrote it down. Solved. I meant found the cure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're actually going to find a cure for cancer. Like,
AI?
it's already done. Yeah,
It's already done?
I feel like it. I mean,
I don't think
200
the big
million
papas over there want that figured out. That's a conspiracy. But
Big
I'm just,
Papa. I like conspiracies sometimes. My favorite conspiracies are the ones that like come out to be true like 6 years down the line or something, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay."
yeah. That's like most of them. Oh, really? I didn't know.
Huh?
I thought that was a hoax.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we killed some guy because of that. But yeah.
No, I'm
that-
sure AI could 100% do that. Just of how efficient it could be. Like that one video of the AI that made like a prototype rocket, just doing simulations over and over again, saying what the better, how to get more thrust or whatever it is, just automatically. Is that a proactive one?
Oh, I think I honestly don't know. I didn't do any research on what.
Because you give it guidance. That's what I'm saying.
But that's a good point.
yeah.
I think it seems like it would have been something that's done by a deep research kind of AI.
Yeah, not like a ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT,
Make a rocket.
that's better than Marlin.
Yeah.
Merlin.
Me and the homies with our Merlin thrusters. yeah, it seems like something that would have to be like a proactive agent kind of idea.
Mhm.
But it's
That
also,
keeps working on it, correcting itself or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Wow.
That like creates a general idea, and it's like, oh, I can actually reduce some weight on this section because that's not like a maximum stress tension or tension section. And it's like, oh, actually, I need to add a little bit of reinforcement here because it just popped off in my simulation. Maybe I'm gonna need more. But I'm sure that that kind of design was something that was like overwatched by a human because you kind of need someone to check it.
No checking, just follow, just build a rocket.
We ball.
Invest. We'll see if it works on the launch pad.
You know what?
Put the people inside. Put those astronauts inside.
Human lives, schmives.
Yeah.
I've got AI now.
Trust, fam. Get in there. You're good.
Speaking of trust that the Keep It Simple podcast will keep things like this simple.
Sound like a sponsor was coming.
Oh, we're gonna do so good. The transitions are gonna be unbelievable.
Yeah, it has to be seamless.
Just like today's plugin. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought of this episode. We'd love to improve it for you. And, we're committed to making every episode better than the last. That's why we have greater props, greater emotions. And for the first time,
What's for the first time?
Isn't a deleted video that you're getting a kind of altered video of. Because we want to give you the best kind of footage we can. We have 2 videos that weren't worth posting, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, worth posting.
Being honest.
So more like reshoots of the same things.
Yeah, but we want to give you the best content we can, and we're proud of this podcast and of where we're headed.
Yes.
So join us on the journey. Let us know how we can improve. We're always happy to hear. Thanks for watching. Today we learned. What did we learn, Rob? What did you learn?
That if you donate enough money to us, we'll get the $20,000 a month version of the AI. For you, it's not for us.
Okay.
Even if we had that, we would never use it for anything actually useful.
Yeah.
But we learned about.
That's a great point. Yeah. So we learned about how AI is used in your daily life.
Yes.
Now AI is why you're addicted. AI is why you're in love. Why some of you got married to someone you met on Tinder. It was an AI decision.
Got married to an AI because of that.
Yeah. Why some people are getting scammed by AIs. Why some people are falling in love with a non-human entity.
Crazy.
It is insane. But we also learned how incredibly useful it could be in your life.
Yeah.
Scheduling.
Well, to like the owners, it'll be useful.
Yeah.
Not for the employees, but
I mean, employees can use it too.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, like what if you're making $400,000 a year and you just spend like $120,000 of it on an AI that does your job?
Oh, the owner doesn't buy it, the employee pays for it. That's crazy.
Outplayed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do you think? How much AI influence is acceptable in your life? Because I'm sure there's way more than you thought before this episode that you knew. And would you trust an AI agent to be doing your job, to be helping you conduct the world? They're going to be running the world with AI agents,
An AI agent can sell cars much more than I can.
I mean,
guaranteed.
Well, then we should be setting boundaries for the AIs in the future. Should we? Should
no,
we let them roam
sir.
free? Hell yeah. Get that next level.
80-20.
There we go.
80-20.
Yeah, thanks for watching again. Check out this video. I think it's going to be really
Yeah, I like this video.
This one's really fun.
Right here.
Also, just so you know, none of them have been right here. It's been right there.